So here we are at Synthfest 2019. I'm here with Robin Rambo, or otherwise known as Scanner. Amazing to see you again.
Pleasure to be here.
So, the three big questions. Okay, so
Right.
Question one, we're going into the past. What instrument would you say has been like maybe your key instrument that really has given your career like maybe the most, sort of the biggest boost?
In a way, I'd say two, if that's okay.
That's fine.
It's kind of two emerged. One would be the tape recorder, the most disposable plastic tape recorder. I began recording when I was very young, 10 or 11, and that's kind of carried all the memories for me. It's been a way of sourcing sound. I've digitized everything now. So this, the most basic cheap tape recorder, but also the radio scanner that I picked up in the late 80s that enabled me to pick up mobile phone conversations. So suddenly, my world of trying to sample people on the buses and my school friends suddenly became accessible in this very controversial and strange way. I could suddenly pick up people on their mobile phones having these private conversations and then introduce them into this kind of experimental ambient music. So those two things combined completely liberated my world.
Oh, amazing, great. So, okay, so moving to the present then. So, presently, what's floating your boat at the moment? What are you up to at the moment?
I'm intrigued by new technology always. And at the same time, I like something that's tactile. So what I've been working with recently are things like the Sciat Lombard or Chiat Lombard, however you say it. They're kind of wooden instruments, very tactile. They're a bit like Surge synths. They're a little bit like kind of Buchla in that you're not quite sure what will happen. But you play them like an organ or a sampler or a drum machine. I like the fact that I can't control them. I can't, even if you read a manual, there's really no full understanding of how these things work. And for me, there's a joy in not understanding everything, of there being constant surprises or things that could never have otherwise happened with another piece of technology.
Amazing. Yeah, fantastic. So then, moving into the future, have you got your eye on anything, or is there something that you're planning that could be, something you've always wanted to do, or what?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of technologies, I'm curious by kind of MPE technology, kind of tactile again. I've yet to see something that really, really works efficiently without me having to do lots of coding or lots of kind of interface design. So I'm still waiting for that perfect machine that allows me to play it much more like a real instrument as opposed to just a triggering keyboard. So let's hope that somebody is developing something along those lines.
Okay, fantastic. So thank you very much for those questions. But just so what can fans of Scanner expect coming soon?
As of today, this very day, live in Georgia, there's a ballet being performed. I do a lot of strange things. I'm on like a short line or a kind of fast phone line for weird projects. So it's very difficult to describe sometimes the things to do, but I've got a big installation opening, which is recordings of amplified worms, for example. That's the kind of world I live in, So if you hear strange sounds or you suddenly hear about something very odd, it could be likely that I'm connected to it somehow.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, Robin, thank you ever so much. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Thank you.